Chapter 1: The Science of Habit Formation. Habits shape our lives more than we often realize. From the way we start our day to the actions we take when we're stressed, our habits determine much of our behavior. In this chapter, we'll explore the science of habit formation, what habits are, how they're formed, and why understanding this process can help you create lasting positive change. The brain's role in habit formation. To understand habit formation, we first need to look at how the brain works. The brain is designed to help us conserve mental energy. As we go about our daily lives, it is constantly evaluating which actions can be automated to free up cognitive resources for more important tasks. This is where habits come into play. The basal ganglia, a cluster of structures located deep within the brain, plays a central role in habit formation. It is responsible for creating and storing memories of routine behaviors. When you repeat an action consistently, the brain strengthens the neural pathways related to that behavior, making it easier to repeat in the future. Each time you perform a habit, your brain releases a dose of dopamine, a feel-good neurotransmitter that reinforces the behavior. Dopamine helps your brain remember the experience and encourages you to repeat it. This process is what's known as the habit loop. The more a habit is repeated, the stronger the connection becomes, making the action more automatic and less reliant on conscious thought. The habit loop, cue, routine, and reward. The habit loop consists of three key components. 1. Cue trigger. 1. The cue is the signal that prompts the habit. It could be an internal feeling, like hunger or stress, or an external event, like arriving home from work or hearing your alarm clock go off in the morning. The cue is the trigger that starts the loop, activating the brain's habit-forming mechanisms. 2. How? Routine behavior. The routine is the actual behavior or action you take in response to the cue. This could be something simple, like reaching for your phone as soon as you wake up, or something more complex, like putting on your running shoes to go for a jog. The routine is the habit itself, the action you want to either develop or change. 3. Reward. After completing the routine, the brain receives a reward. This could be something immediate, like the sense of relief after eating, or something longer term, like improved fitness from regular exercise. The reward is crucial in reinforcing the habit. It signals to the brain that the behavior is beneficial, making it more likely that you'll repeat it in the future. The power of the habit loop is in its repetition. Each time you complete the loop, the brain becomes more efficient at processing the behavior. Eventually, the habit becomes automatic, requiring less cognitive effort. The importance of habits for personal growth. So, why are habits so important? The truth is, habits are the building blocks of personal growth. When you form positive habits, they compound over time, leading to significant improvements in various areas of your life. Healthy habits help you reach your goals, stay productive, and create a sense of stability in your routine. Take fitness, for example. If you develop the habit of exercising regularly, it won't take long before you start seeing the benefits in your health, energy levels, and overall well-being. Similarly, small habits like eating nutritious meals, practicing mindfulness, or getting enough sleep all contribute to your mental and physical health in profound ways. However, it's important to recognize that habits are not neutral. They can either help or hinder your progress. Negative habits, like smoking, procrastinating, or binge-watching TV, can hold you back from achieving your goals. These habits might provide short-term satisfaction, but over time, they have a negative impact on your health, productivity, and overall quality of life. The good news is that habits can be changed. By understanding how habits are formed and how the brain rewards them, you can reprogram your behaviors to support your personal growth. With intention and consistency, it is possible to create new habits that align with your goals and help you become the person you want to be. The role of consistency in habit formation. While understanding the science of habit formation is crucial, it's consistency that ultimately makes a habit stick. Creating a new habit is not a one-time event. It requires ongoing effort and practice. Habits are built through repetition, and the more you practice a new behavior, the more your brain rewires itself to make the action automatic. One of the most common mistakes people make when trying to create a new habit is expecting instant results. It's easy to get discouraged if you don't see immediate progress. But the truth is, habits take time to form. On average, it takes about 66 days for a behavior to become automatic, although this can vary depending on the complexity of the habit and the individual. Consistency is key, but so is patience. Small, incremental changes are much more sustainable than trying to overhaul your entire routine all at once. If you set realistic goals and take gradual steps, you'll find it easier to stick with your new habit long term. For example, if you want to start exercising, begin with short, manageable sessions and gradually increase the time or intensity as the habit becomes ingrained. Creating and reinforcing positive habits, understanding the science of habit formation, gives you the tools to create lasting, positive change. The first step is identifying the habits you want to build. Do you want to exercise more, eat healthier, meditate regularly? Start by defining the specific behavior you want to turn into a habit. Once you've identified the habit, you need to design a habit loop that works for you. Let's say your goal is to drink more water. The cue could be every time you sit down at your desk. The routine is drinking a glass of water, and the reward might be feeling refreshed and hydrated. By repeating this loop consistently, the action will eventually become second nature. It's also important to track your progress. Keeping a habit journal or using an app to log your behavior can help you stay accountable. Celebrate small wins along the way, and don't be too hard on yourself if you slip up. It's normal to encounter setbacks, but the key is to keep going. The more you reinforce your habit loop, the more automatic it becomes. Over time, the behavior will become ingrained in your routine, and you'll no longer need to exert as much mental energy to complete it. The power of environment and context. Another important factor in habit formation is your environment. The people around you, your physical surroundings, and even your mental state can have a significant impact on your ability to form new habits. For example, if you're trying to build a habit of reading before bed, make sure your environment is conducive to this behavior. Place a book on your nightstand and eliminate distractions like your phone. By aligning your environment with your goals, you make it easier to follow through with your habit. Similarly, the people you spend time with can either support or hinder your habit-building efforts. Surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals who encourage positive behaviors can help you stay motivated. Conversely, if you're surrounded by people who don't prioritize the same habits, it can be harder to stick to your goals. Your mental state also plays a role in habit formation. Stress, negative emotions, and a lack of motivation can all make it more difficult to develop new habits. It's important to cultivate a positive mindset and practice self-compassion as you work toward your goals. By now, you should have a clear understanding of how habits are formed and why they matter. Habits are not just actions. They are a reflection of your brain's wiring and your daily choices. Understanding the science behind habits gives you the power to create new, positive behaviors that support your personal growth. In the next chapter, we'll dive into how to set clear and achievable goals, which will be the foundation for building your new habits. Chapter 2. Identifying your current habits. Before you can create new habits, it's important to understand the habits you already have. Every day you perform countless actions, some automatic, some intentional, that make up your routine. These habits, both good and bad, influence your life in ways that may be subtle or significant. The key to creating lasting change is recognizing these existing habits and understanding how they shape your behavior. In this chapter, we'll focus on identifying your current habits and gaining insight into what drives them. With this awareness, you'll be in a better position to make intentional changes that support your goals. The power of self-awareness. The first step in creating any lasting change is self-awareness. To build healthy habits, you need to take an honest look at what you're already doing and how your current habits are serving you. Often, we operate on autopilot, repeating behaviors without thinking about why we do them or whether they align with our values and goals. Take a moment to reflect on your day-to-day routine. What do you do first thing in the morning? What do you do throughout the day when you're stressed or bored? How do you spend your evenings? Write down everything that comes to mind. This is your starting point, your baseline for understanding your current habits. You might be surprised by how many automatic behaviors you have. Maybe you wake up and immediately check your phone, or perhaps you reach for a cup of coffee the moment you get out of bed. These are habits. While some of them might be harmless, others might not align with the kind of person you want to become. This is why awareness is so crucial. Categorizing your habits. Once you've taken the time to reflect on your habits, the next step is to categorize them. Start by splitting your habits into 3 groups. 1. Positive habits. These are the habits that support your well-being, productivity, and personal growth. Examples might include exercising regularly, eating healthy meals, or reading each day. Positive habits are aligned with your long-term goals and contribute to a sense of fulfillment and success. 2. Neutral habits. Neutral habits are the ones that don't have a significant positive or negative impact. These might include actions like watching TV in the evening or checking social media. While they may not be inherently harmful, they can be time-consuming and prevent you from engaging in more productive or meaningful activities. 3. Negative habits. Negative habits are the ones that are actively holding you back from your goals. These are often behaviors that feel comforting in the short term, but have detrimental effects on your health, relationships, or productivity in the long run. Examples could include overeating, procrastination, smoking, or excessive screen time. By categorizing your habits, you can see where your focus should be. The next step is to dig deeper into the underlying causes of these habits. Identifying the triggers. Every habit has a trigger, a cue that sets off the habit loop. Triggers can be internal, like emotions or thoughts, or external, like an event or a specific time of day. Understanding your triggers is key to changing your habits. Take a look at the habits you've written down and ask yourself, what causes me to do this? Let's say you have the habit of checking your phone immediately after waking up. What's the trigger? Is it the sound of your alarm? Is it the need for information to start your day? Perhaps it's just an automatic response because you've done it for so long. Similarly, if you tend to snack mindlessly at night, the trigger might be boredom or stress. Identifying these triggers will help you understand why these habits have become ingrained and how you can replace them with healthier alternatives. Examining the rewards. The reward is what reinforces the habit loop. It's the positive feeling you get after completing the behavior. If the reward is strong enough, your brain will begin to crave that feeling, making it more likely that you'll repeat the behavior in the future. Consider the habits you identified earlier, both positive and negative, and ask yourself, what's the reward I get from this behavior? With the habit of checking your phone, the reward might be the sense of connection or satisfaction you get from reading your messages or catching up on the news. With mindless snacking, the reward might be the temporary relief from stress or the enjoyment of food. Understanding the rewards behind your habits helps you identify what your brain is seeking. Once you recognize the rewards, you can look for ways to meet those needs in healthier ways. For example, if the reward from checking your phone is a sense of connection, you might replace this habit with the habit of reading a book or journaling in the morning, which still gives you a sense of accomplishment, but in a healthier way. The role of environment in habit formation. Your environment plays a significant role in the habits you form. The people you spend time with, your physical surroundings, and even your mental state can influence your behavior. Think about the environments that trigger your habits. For example, if you tend to eat junk food when you're watching TV, the environment, the TV, and perhaps the snacks within reach is a key factor in the habit loop. If you want to break this habit, you might start by changing the environment, perhaps moving the snacks out of reach, or creating a new routine like drinking water or tea instead of snacking while watching TV. Similarly, if you find that your work environment encourages procrastination, you might rearrange your workspace or set boundaries with colleagues to help you stay focused. The key is to recognize the environmental factors that are influencing your habits and make adjustments that support your goals. Reflecting on your goals. The next step in the process is to compare your current habits with your long-term goals. Are the habits you have now supporting the person you want to become? Are they moving you closer to your goals? Or are they keeping you stuck in a cycle of unproductive behavior? For example, if one of your goals is to get healthier, but you have the habit of eating fast food frequently, this habit is likely working against your goal. On the other hand, if you already have the habit of meal prepping, this habit is likely helping you stay on track. It's important to be realistic during this phase. Change doesn't happen overnight, and it's okay if some of your current habits need time to evolve. However, identifying the disconnect between your current habits and your goals is a crucial step in creating meaningful change. Making small adjustments. Once you've identified your habits and their triggers, the next step is to make small, intentional changes. If you want to replace a negative habit with a positive one, start by adjusting the routine. For example, if you want to replace snacking with a healthier behavior, you might replace the routine of grabbing chips with the routine of drinking water or eating a piece of fruit. This small change helps you maintain the same reward, satisfaction, but in a healthier way. Remember that change takes time and it's normal to encounter setbacks. Be patient with yourself and focus on making incremental adjustments over time. Every small change adds up, and eventually, you'll start to see new, healthier habits taking root. In this chapter, we've explored how to identify the habits you currently have, both positive and negative, and how they're influenced by triggers and rewards. The more aware you become of your habits, the better equipped you'll be to make intentional changes. In the next chapter, we'll look at how to set clear and achievable goals, which will guide your efforts in building the habits you want. Chapter 3. Setting clear and achievable goals. Setting clear, actionable goals is the foundation of creating lasting habits. Without clear direction, it's easy to become distracted or frustrated, and it can be difficult to stay motivated. In this chapter, we'll discuss the importance of setting goals, how to make them specific and achievable, and how they can guide you toward forming the habits you want to build. The process of setting goals involves much more than just saying, "I want to be healthier," or "I want to exercise more." To turn those vague desires into achievable habits, you need to break them down into clear, measurable steps that you can work toward consistently. By doing this, you'll have a roadmap for success, allowing you to focus your energy and resources on what matters most. The power of specificity. When you set goals, specificity is key. General, ambiguous goals like get fit or eat healthier don't give you the clear direction you need to take action. A specific goal provides a roadmap, something concrete to work toward. Instead of saying, "I want to exercise more," set a goal like, "I want to exercise for 30 minutes at least 5 days a week." This goal is clear, actionable, and measurable. You can track your progress, and you'll know exactly what success looks like. The more specific your goal is, the easier it is to break it down into smaller, manageable tasks. Specificity removes ambiguity and gives you a clear path forward. It also makes it easier to evaluate your progress. When you know exactly what you're aiming for, it's much easier to stay focused and committed to the process. Making your goals achievable. Once you've set a specific goal, the next step is to ensure it's achievable. The key to making a goal achievable is to set one that is realistic, given your current situation and available resources. If your goal is too far out of reach, you're likely to become overwhelmed and give up before making any real progress. For example, if you're currently sedentary and suddenly set a goal to run a marathon in 3 months, that goal might be too ambitious. While it's great to have big dreams, the best approach is to start with something that's challenging but possible. You could instead set a goal to run 3 miles in 6 weeks, which is a more attainable first step toward the marathon goal. Achieving small goals along the way keeps you motivated and builds momentum. Break down your larger goals into smaller, short-term objectives that you can work toward consistently. This approach makes the process less daunting and allows you to celebrate small wins along the way. It also gives you opportunities to reassess your progress and make adjustments if necessary. Aligning goals with your values. Your goals should be aligned with your values, those core beliefs and principles that are most important to you. When your goals reflect your values, you're more likely to stay motivated and committed, even when obstacles arise. If you value health and well-being, setting a goal to exercise regularly or eat nutritious foods will feel more meaningful and rewarding. On the other hand, if your goal doesn't align with your values, it may feel like a chore, and you might struggle to maintain consistency. Take time to reflect on your values and ensure that your goals reflect what truly matters to you. If your goal is to get in shape, consider how it aligns with your desire for better health, increased energy, or improved self-esteem. The more connected your goals are to your personal values, the more intrinsic motivation you'll have to achieve them. Setting SMART goals. One of the most effective frameworks for setting achievable goals is the SMART system. SMART is an acronym that stands for specific. Your goal should be clear and well-defined. Avoid vague terms like do my best or improve. Instead, state exactly what you want to achieve. Measurable. You need a way to track your progress. Ask yourself, how will I know when I've achieved this goal? Your goal should have clear metrics for success. Achievable. Your goal should be realistic, taking into account your current abilities, time, and resources. Setting a goal that's too ambitious can lead to burnout and frustration. Relevant. Your goal should matter to you and be aligned with your larger values and objectives. If a goal doesn't contribute to your personal growth or well-being, it's likely to lose meaning over time. Time-bound. Set a clear deadline for your goal. This helps create a sense of urgency and ensures that you stay focused. Without a time frame, it's easy to procrastinate and lose momentum. For example, instead of setting a vague goal like, "I want to lose weight," you could create a SMART goal. "I want to lose 10 pounds in 2 months by exercising 4 times a week and eating a balanced diet." This goal is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant to your health, and time-bound, which makes it much more actionable. Breaking down goals into actionable steps. Once you've set your goals, the next step is to break them down into smaller, actionable steps. Creating a roadmap for how you'll achieve your goal helps you avoid feeling overwhelmed. Small, incremental actions are easier to follow through on and provide a sense of accomplishment as you complete each step. For example, if your goal is to exercise for 30 minutes 5 times a week, break that down into actionable steps. 1. Decide what type of exercise you want to do: running, yoga, strength training, etc. 2. Schedule your workouts. Choose specific days and times to exercise each week. 3. Why? Start with a warm-up routine. Make sure your workout begins with a 5-10 minute warm-up. 4. Track your progress. Keep a log of each workout to monitor improvements and stay motivated. 5. Increase intensity over time. Gradually increase the duration or intensity of your workouts as you become more comfortable. By breaking your goal down into smaller, manageable tasks, you can make consistent progress without feeling overwhelmed. Each step is a milestone toward achieving your larger goal. Holding yourself accountable. Accountability is an essential part of achieving any goal. It's easy to slip up or put off working toward your goal when you're the only one holding yourself responsible. That's why it's important to find ways to stay accountable to yourself and others. You can make yourself accountable by sharing your goals with a friend, family member, or coach. Tell someone who will support you and check in with you regularly. Alternatively, you can track your progress in a journal or use a habit tracking app to monitor your success. Some people find that joining a community or group with similar goals helps them stay motivated and accountable. Remember, accountability doesn't mean beating yourself up when you fall short. It's about staying committed to your goal and making adjustments when necessary. Life happens, and setbacks are inevitable, but having someone to share your journey with can make a huge difference in staying on track. Revisiting and adjusting your goals as you work toward your goals. It's important to regularly assess your progress. Are you on track to achieve your goal within the set time frame? If not, what adjustments can you make? Sometimes life circumstances change, or you encounter obstacles that make it difficult to stay on track. This is normal, and it doesn't mean you've failed. Instead, view setbacks as an opportunity to reassess and adjust your approach. Revisiting your goals periodically allows you to stay flexible and realistic. You might find that your goals need to evolve as you grow, and that's perfectly okay. The process of goal setting is dynamic, and your goals should evolve along with you. Whether you're celebrating progress or adjusting your strategy, regularly revisiting your goals ensures that they remain relevant and aligned with your values. Setting clear, specific, and achievable goals is essential for creating lasting habits. By using the SMART framework and breaking your goals down into smaller, actionable steps, you can stay focused and make consistent progress toward your desired outcome. Remember that achieving your goals isn't about perfection. It's about persistence, accountability, and making steady progress. In the next chapter, we'll dive into how to stay motivated and build the consistency needed to turn your goals into sustainable habits. Chapter 4. Staying motivated and building consistency. Motivation is often the spark that ignites change, but it's consistency that keeps the fire burning. Building and maintaining motivation, especially when working toward long-term goals, can be challenging. There will be times when your enthusiasm wanes and the daily grind feels overwhelming. The key to success is learning how to stay motivated and build consistency in your actions, even when motivation alone isn't enough. In this chapter, we'll explore strategies to help you stay motivated and create a consistent routine that supports your goals. By developing the right mindset and implementing habits that support your ambitions, you'll be able to build the momentum necessary to make lasting change. Understanding motivation. Motivation is the desire to take action, and it often comes in two forms: intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic motivation comes from within. It's the drive to achieve something because it aligns with your values, passions, and personal satisfaction. Extrinsic motivation, on the other hand, comes from external rewards such as money, recognition, or praise. While both types of motivation can be useful, intrinsic motivation tends to be more sustainable in the long run. When you're motivated by your personal values or the satisfaction of achieving a meaningful goal, you're more likely to stay committed even when the rewards aren't immediate. It's important to identify what truly drives you, whether it's the personal benefits of a healthy lifestyle or the sense of accomplishment you'll feel when you achieve your goal. To tap into intrinsic motivation, think about why you're working toward a specific goal in the first place. For example, if your goal is to run a 5K, consider how crossing that finish line will feel. Maybe it's the sense of personal pride, the boost in your energy levels, or the way it will contribute to your overall health. The deeper your connection to your goal, the easier it will be to stay motivated. Creating a routine for consistency. One of the best ways to stay consistent with your goals is to establish a routine. Routines provide structure and make it easier to perform the actions that lead to success, even when motivation is low. When a habit is part of your routine, it becomes automatic, and you no longer need to rely on willpower to make it happen. Start by setting a specific time each day to work on your goal. For example, if you want to exercise regularly, schedule your workouts at the same time each day. The more predictable and regular your routine is, the easier it will be to follow through. It's also helpful to break your routine down into manageable steps. Instead of trying to overhaul your entire life at once, start small. Add one new habit at a time and gradually build from there. If you try to do too much too quickly, you may become overwhelmed and lose momentum. Consistency is about making progress, no matter how small, each day. In addition to creating a routine for your goals, ensure your environment supports your efforts. If you're trying to eat healthier, for example, stock your kitchen with nutritious foods and remove unhealthy options. Set up your workspace so that it promotes focus and productivity. A supportive environment can make sticking to your routine much easier. Using the power of habit stacking. One effective technique for building consistency is habit stacking. Habit stacking involves linking a new habit to an existing one, making it easier to remember and incorporate into your routine. Since your current habits are already ingrained in your daily life, attaching a new habit to one of them creates a natural flow and reduces the cognitive load required to adopt something new. For example, if you already brush your teeth every morning, you can stack a new habit like stretching for 5 minutes immediately afterward. If you have a morning coffee, make it a point to also journal for a few minutes while you sip. By stacking new habits onto established ones, you create a seamless transition from one action to the next, which increases the likelihood of sticking with your goals. The key to habit stacking is to start small. Rather than trying to add multiple habits at once, focus on one new behavior and gradually build from there. Over time, the stacked habits will become part of your daily routine. Staying accountable to yourself and others' accountability is one of the most powerful motivators. When you know someone is watching your progress or you've committed to achieving something publicly, it's easier to stay on track. Whether it's a friend, family member, coach, or online community, accountability can significantly increase your chances of success. Find someone to share your goals with and check in with them regularly. This can be a workout buddy, a mentor, or even a social media follower. If you're uncomfortable with the idea of someone else holding you accountable, consider using a habit tracking app or journaling your progress to hold yourself accountable. The more visible your goals are, the more motivated you'll be to stick with them. If you're working toward a long-term goal, consider creating mini milestones along the way. For instance, if your goal is to lose 20 pounds, celebrate each 5-pound loss. These smaller milestones give you the opportunity to celebrate your progress and stay motivated, rather than waiting until the final outcome to feel a sense of achievement. Overcoming obstacles and staying flexible. No journey toward creating new habits is without obstacles. Life can throw curveballs that challenge your routine, and motivation can fluctuate. Instead of giving up when things get tough, learn how to navigate these obstacles and stay flexible in your approach. First, anticipate potential obstacles. What might get in the way of your progress? Busy workdays, social events, or family commitments might all disrupt your routine. When you foresee challenges, you can plan for them. For example, if you know you won't have time for a workout in the evening, try moving it to the morning or finding a shorter, more efficient workout. Second, embrace setbacks as part of the process. Everyone slips up now and then. It's how you respond to setbacks that matters. If you miss a workout or indulge in unhealthy food, don't let it derail your progress. Acknowledge it, learn from it, and move on. The key is to not let one misstep prevent you from getting back on track. Being flexible also means adjusting your approach as needed. If a particular habit isn't working for you, reassess it and make changes. Maybe the exercise routine you've been following isn't giving you the results you want, or your diet plan isn't as sustainable as you thought. Don't be afraid to experiment and try new methods until you find what works best for you. Tracking your progress is essential for maintaining motivation and consistency. When you can see how far you've come, it reinforces your commitment to the process. You don't have to track every tiny detail, but tracking key metrics related to your goals can provide valuable insight into your journey. For example, if your goal is to exercise more, track the number of workouts you complete each week or the duration of your exercise sessions. If you're working on a weight loss goal, keep track of your weight or body measurements over time. Tracking allows you to celebrate your progress, identify patterns, and make adjustments as needed. In addition to tracking external results, pay attention to how you feel. Habits like exercising, eating well, and practicing mindfulness may not always produce immediate results, but they can have a powerful effect on your mental and emotional well-being. Keep a journal to document your thoughts and feelings as you work toward your goals. This can help you stay connected to the deeper motivation behind your habits. Creating an environment of support. One of the most important factors in staying motivated and consistent is surrounding yourself with support. Whether it's friends, family, a mentor, or an online community, being part of a supportive network can help you stay committed and feel less alone in your journey. If you're working toward a fitness goal, consider joining a workout group or finding a buddy to exercise with. If you're focusing on personal growth, look for online communities that share similar interests or goals. Being part of a group can offer encouragement, advice, and camaraderie when the going gets tough. The role of patience. Lastly, it's important to understand that building habits takes time and results don't happen overnight. Stay patient with yourself in the process. The key to creating lasting change is consistent effort over time, not perfection. It's the small daily actions that add up and lead to significant transformation. Be patient and trust that the work you're doing now will pay off in the future. Each time you push through a challenge or stay consistent with your routine, you're reinforcing a new habit. It might take time, but the results will be worth it. Building consistency and staying motivated are key to creating lasting habits. By understanding your intrinsic motivation, developing a routine, using strategies like habit stacking, and staying accountable, you'll be able to overcome obstacles and keep making progress toward your goals. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to manage setbacks and stay on track, even when things don't go as planned. Chapter 5. Managing setbacks and staying on track. Creating healthy habits isn't a straight path. It's a journey filled with highs and lows, breakthroughs and challenges. Setbacks are a natural part of the process, and how you respond to them can make all the difference in achieving long-term success. In this chapter, we will explore strategies for managing setbacks, bouncing back quickly, and staying on track with your goals, even when life doesn't go as planned. Understanding setbacks come in many forms. Perhaps you miss a workout because of a busy schedule or indulge in unhealthy food when you promised yourself you wouldn't. Maybe you experience a significant challenge, like an illness or a personal crisis, that derails your progress for a period. Whatever the cause, setbacks can trigger feelings of frustration, disappointment, and even self-doubt. But the most important thing to remember is that setbacks don't mean failure. They're a natural part of any growth process. One of the main reasons people give up on their goals after a setback is because they view it as a sign that they can't succeed. However, the key to long-term success is learning how to manage setbacks with resilience, patience, and perspective. Everyone faces challenges along the way, but it's how you handle those challenges that ultimately determines your success. Reframing setbacks. Seeing them as opportunities. The first step in managing setbacks is reframing your mindset. Instead of viewing a setback as a failure, try to see it as an opportunity for growth. Every setback provides valuable lessons that can strengthen your resolve and teach you new ways to overcome obstacles in the future. For example, let's say you miss a week of workouts because you were feeling overwhelmed with work. Rather than beating yourself up over it, take a moment to reflect on what led to the setback. Did you overcommit yourself? Was there a specific stressor that caused you to drop your routine? Use this insight to make adjustments going forward, such as prioritizing your self-care or scheduling workouts during less stressful periods. By reframing setbacks as learning experiences, you can prevent them from derailing your progress and instead use them to improve your habits. The power of self-compassion. Another crucial aspect of managing setbacks is practicing self-compassion. It's easy to be hard on yourself when things don't go according to plan, but being overly critical can harm your motivation and make it more difficult to get back on track. Instead of chastising yourself, treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a friend in a similar situation. When you experience a setback, take a moment to acknowledge your feelings. It's okay to feel frustrated, disappointed, or upset. But once you've processed those emotions, be sure to shift your focus to what you can do next. Remind yourself that one setback does not define you or your ability to succeed. Self-compassion is about accepting imperfections and giving yourself permission to make mistakes without losing confidence in your ability to achieve your goals. Developing a recovery plan. Setbacks are inevitable, but they don't have to set you back permanently. The key is to have a recovery plan in place, a set of strategies you can turn to when you face obstacles. Having a plan for getting back on track can help you regain momentum quickly and minimize the impact of setbacks on your overall progress. Here are a few steps to include in your recovery plan. 1. Convey. Acknowledge the setback. Don't ignore or deny it. Accept that a setback has occurred and recognize that it's okay. Giving yourself permission to feel disappointed can help you process the situation and prevent it from spiraling into guilt or frustration. 2. Assess the situation. Take a moment to reflect on what caused the setback. Was it something within your control? Was it an external factor, such as illness or unexpected events? By understanding the root cause, you can determine whether it was a one-time issue or something that may continue to affect your progress. 3. Adjust your plan if necessary. If your original plan was too ambitious or unrealistic, now is the time to make adjustments. Perhaps your goal needs to be broken down into smaller steps, or you need to reassess your schedule to make time for the habit you're working on. Flexibility is essential in maintaining long-term success. 4. Take immediate action. The sooner you take action to get back on track, the less likely you are to fall into a cycle of avoidance or procrastination. If you missed a workout, schedule the next one immediately. If you ate unhealthy food, plan your next meal to be balanced and nutritious. By acting quickly, you reinforce the habit of resilience and get back on course faster. 5. Celebrate small wins. Don't wait until everything is perfect to celebrate. Acknowledge even the smallest progress as you recover from a setback. Every step forward counts, and celebrating these wins keeps you motivated and focused on the bigger picture. Building resilience through consistency. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks and keep moving forward. One of the best ways to build resilience is through consistency. Even if you face a setback, the more consistently you engage with your goals, the easier it becomes to recover and keep going. By sticking with your healthy habits, whether it's exercise, nutrition, or mindfulness practices, you build a foundation of resilience. As you continue to work on your goals, you strengthen your ability to adapt and recover from challenges. Your previous consistency will help you push through temporary obstacles and make it easier to return to your routine. The more consistently you show up, the less you will allow setbacks to define your progress. Using accountability to overcome setbacks. Having accountability is a powerful tool for staying on track, especially when setbacks occur. When you have someone to share your goals with, you're more likely to stick to them, even when things get tough. Accountability partners provide support, encouragement, and perspective when you face obstacles, making it easier to stay motivated and focused. If you don't already have an accountability partner, consider finding someone who shares similar goals or someone you trust to check in with you regularly. You could also use a coach or mentor to guide you through setbacks and offer strategies for overcoming challenges. Accountability can give you the added push you need to stay on track, even when you encounter bumps in the road. Learning from setbacks. The key to long-term success is not avoiding setbacks, but learning how to grow from them. Each setback is an opportunity to reassess your approach, refine your strategies, and make better decisions moving forward. When you face a setback, take the time to reflect on what happened and how you can improve. Perhaps a certain habit wasn't sustainable, or maybe your motivation dipped because you didn't have a clear enough why behind your goal. Whatever the reason, setbacks offer valuable insights that can help you adjust your approach and move forward with greater clarity and strength. By shifting your focus from frustration to learning, you'll make setbacks a powerful part of your growth process. Embrace the idea that failure is simply a stepping stone to success, and each challenge you face brings you one step closer to your ultimate goal. Avoiding perfectionism, one of the biggest obstacles to managing setbacks, is perfectionism. Many people believe that if they don't do things perfectly, they've failed. This mindset can be paralyzing and prevent you from making progress when things don't go exactly as planned. It's important to recognize that perfection is not the goal. Progress is. The key to managing setbacks effectively is accepting imperfection. Recognize that mistakes will happen, and that's okay. What matters is your ability to get back up, adjust your plan, and keep moving forward. By focusing on progress rather than perfection, you'll be more likely to recover from setbacks quickly and keep making strides toward your goals. The importance of patience is essential when it comes to managing setbacks. Achieving long-term success takes time, and setbacks are simply part of that journey. The more patient you are with yourself and the process, the less likely you are to become discouraged. Trust that each setback is temporary and that your efforts will pay off in the end. In moments of frustration, remind yourself that success doesn't happen overnight. It's a result of consistent, sustained effort over time. By staying patient, resilient, and focused, you'll navigate setbacks more effectively and continue moving toward the healthier, happier life you've envisioned. Setbacks are a natural part of the habit-building process, but they don't have to derail your progress. By reframing setbacks as learning opportunities, practicing self-compassion, developing a recovery plan, and maintaining resilience, you'll be better equipped to stay on track toward your goals. In the next chapter, we'll dive into how to celebrate your wins and create a long-lasting sense of accomplishment. Chapter 6. Celebrating wins and building long-lasting motivation. As you continue on your journey toward creating healthy habits, one of the most powerful tools you have at your disposal is the ability to celebrate your wins. It's easy to focus on what's not going right, but taking the time to acknowledge your successes, big or small, plays a crucial role in maintaining motivation and ensuring that your progress becomes sustainable over time. In this chapter, we will explore the importance of celebrating your achievements, how to create a reward system that keeps you engaged, and how to build a sense of accomplishment that propels you forward. Why celebrating wins matters. Celebrating your wins, no matter how minor they may seem, reinforces the positive behaviors you've been working so hard to cultivate. Each victory, whether it's sticking to a workout routine for a week or making healthier food choices for a day, is a step in the right direction. Acknowledging those moments of progress serves as a reminder of how far you've come and boosts your self-confidence. It's easy to get discouraged if you only focus on the work ahead, but when you celebrate what you've accomplished, you can maintain a sense of momentum that keeps you motivated and inspired. Psychologically, celebrating wins taps into the reward center of the brain. It creates a sense of pleasure and satisfaction, which releases dopamine, the brain's feel-good chemical. This not only makes the process of habit building more enjoyable, but also helps to reinforce your positive behaviors, making it more likely that you'll continue them. The power of positive reinforcement. Positive reinforcement is a well-established concept in psychology. It involves rewarding desired behavior to increase the likelihood of that behavior being repeated in the future. By celebrating your wins, you're essentially providing yourself with positive reinforcement. Every time you acknowledge and reward yourself for your efforts, you create a cycle of motivation that encourages you to continue pursuing your goals. The key is to make the reward meaningful to you. Some people find satisfaction in a simple acknowledgement of their progress, while others may prefer tangible rewards like a treat, a new item, or taking time for something they enjoy. No matter how you choose to celebrate, the goal is to create a positive association with your healthy habits so that you're motivated to keep going. How to celebrate wins. Making it personal, the way you celebrate your wins should be tailored to your personality and what truly brings you joy. Here are some ideas for celebrating your successes in a way that feels rewarding and sustainable. 1. By small daily celebrations. For smaller wins, consider giving yourself a little celebration each day. This could be as simple as acknowledging your effort with a positive affirmation like, "I did great today," or treating yourself to something small that brings you joy, such as a favorite snack or an episode of a show you enjoy. 2. Weekly rewards. At the end of each week, reward yourself for the consistency you've shown. Perhaps you've stuck to your workout plan, made healthier food choices, or practiced mindfulness daily. A great way to celebrate weekly progress is to do something special for yourself, like enjoying a relaxing bath, having a movie night, or spending time with friends or family. 3. Milestone celebrations. Major milestones deserve a bigger celebration. If you've hit a major goal, such as working out for a month consistently or improving your diet significantly, take some time to reflect on how far you've come. You might want to treat yourself to something you've been eyeing, take a weekend trip, or enjoy a special activity that makes you feel proud of your achievements. 4. Gratitude journaling. Wow, another way to celebrate is by practicing gratitude. Take a moment each day to write down what you're grateful for, including the small wins you've had. This practice not only helps you celebrate your successes, but also shifts your mindset to focus on the positive, even when you face challenges. Creating a reward system that works in order to make celebrations and rewards a part of your habit-building process, it's important to create a structured reward system. A reward system works best when you clearly define your goals and determine what rewards are most motivating to you. Here's how you can create one. 1. Identify your goals. Start by outlining the healthy habits you're working to build. Whether it's exercising regularly, eating more vegetables, or practicing mindfulness, make sure your goals are clear and achievable. 2. Define rewards. Choose rewards that feel meaningful to you. For small wins, consider smaller rewards that can be quickly accessed, like enjoying a cup of coffee or taking a break from work. For larger milestones, think about what would feel significant. Maybe it's a new workout outfit, a spa day, or a special outing. 3. 1. Dream. Set up milestones. Break down your larger goal into smaller, manageable milestones. For example, if your goal is to work out 5 times a week, your milestone might be reaching 10 workouts in a row. Each time you reach a milestone, you can enjoy a predetermined reward that feels like a well-earned treat. 4. Track progress. 1. Keep track of your wins in a visual way. You could use a habit tracker, journal, or app to log your achievements and monitor your progress. This will not only keep you focused, but also give you a sense of accomplishment when you see your streak of successes. 5. 2. Be flexible with rewards. While it's important to set up a structured system, it's equally important to be flexible with your rewards. Sometimes, life can get in the way, and you might not reach a milestone in the way you planned. Adjust your rewards as needed, and remember that the goal is to keep motivating yourself, not to punish or restrict yourself. The long-term impact of celebrating wins, not only boosts your motivation in the short term, but also plays a significant role in the long-term sustainability of your healthy habits. When you create positive associations with your habits, you begin to internalize them. What once felt like a chore, whether it's exercise or eating healthy, becomes something you enjoy and look forward to. Over time, the rewards of building these habits will become intrinsic. You'll no longer need to rely solely on external rewards. You'll start to feel good about the process itself and the results you're achieving. In addition, celebrating your progress helps to build a deeper sense of self-worth. You begin to recognize that you are capable of achieving your goals, and this belief in your abilities strengthens over time. When you face setbacks or challenges, your internal motivation will carry you through because you've built a solid foundation of confidence and positive reinforcement. Creating lasting motivation. The ultimate goal is to create lasting motivation that comes from within. While external rewards are a great way to keep your momentum going, intrinsic motivation, the desire to engage in the behavior because it brings you joy, fulfillment, or a sense of purpose, is the key to long-term success. To cultivate intrinsic motivation, focus on the deeper reasons behind your goals. Why do you want to be healthier? Is it to feel more energetic, live longer, or improve your quality of life? By connecting your habits to your values and vision for the future, you create a powerful source of motivation that sustains you, even when the external rewards no longer feel as impactful. Reflecting on your progress. Another important aspect of celebrating your wins is reflecting on your progress. Taking the time to look back at how far you've come allows you to acknowledge your hard work and appreciate the effort you've put in. Regular reflection also helps you identify patterns and make adjustments where necessary. Maybe you've realized that you feel better when you work out in the morning, or that meal prepping on Sundays sets you up for success during the week. Reflection is a great tool for building self-awareness and ensuring that you stay on track with your goals. By reviewing your journey regularly, you can identify what's working well and what could use some fine-tuning. This process ensures that your healthy habits remain aligned with your long-term vision. Celebrating your wins is not just about rewarding yourself. It's about reinforcing your commitment to your goals and creating a positive, motivating environment. When you make celebration a regular part of your habit-building process, you'll stay energized, focused, and more likely to stick with your healthy habits for the long haul. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to maintain consistency and keep your momentum going as you work toward your goals. Chapter 7. Maintaining consistency and overcoming setbacks. Consistency is the key to turning your healthy habits into lasting routines. However, staying consistent can be one of the most challenging aspects of habit building. Life is full of distractions, unexpected events, and occasional setbacks, which can easily throw you off track. The key is not to expect perfection, but to develop the resilience and strategies to stay committed even when obstacles arise. In this chapter, we'll discuss how to maintain consistency, adjust your habits when necessary, and overcome setbacks without losing sight of your goals. Understanding the power of consistency is the foundation of any successful habit. While motivation can fluctuate, consistency ensures that you keep showing up day after day. Over time, these small, consistent actions compound into big results. Whether you're working out every day, eating healthier meals, or practicing mindfulness, doing something consistently builds momentum and makes the habit feel natural. Building consistency doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, effort, and a willingness to push through the days when you don't feel like sticking to your plan. However, once a habit becomes ingrained in your routine, it requires much less effort and will feel like second nature. Consistency also builds trust with yourself. Every time you follow through on your commitments, you reinforce your belief that you are capable of achieving your goals. This self-trust is a powerful motivator and makes it easier to stay consistent in the future. Setting realistic expectations. One of the primary reasons people struggle with consistency is setting unrealistic expectations. It's easy to get excited about starting a new habit, and in that excitement, you might overestimate how much time, energy, or effort it will take to achieve your goals. For example, you may start a new exercise routine with the intention of working out every day, but quickly find that it's too much to handle with your other responsibilities. To set yourself up for success, it's important to set realistic and achievable expectations. This means breaking your larger goals into smaller, manageable steps and giving yourself the flexibility to adjust when necessary. If your initial plan doesn't feel sustainable, it's okay to scale back and make adjustments. What's important is that you find a routine that works for you, one that feels challenging but not overwhelming. For instance, if you're trying to build a fitness habit, instead of committing to 5 days a week of intense workouts, start with 2 or 3 days a week and gradually increase the frequency as you get more comfortable. This approach reduces the chances of burnout and allows you to build momentum at a sustainable pace. Creating a schedule that works for you, having a structured routine, is essential for maintaining consistency. When you incorporate your healthy habits into a regular schedule, it becomes easier to prioritize them and make them a part of your daily life. Start by scheduling your habits during times of day when you are most likely to follow through. For example, if you feel more energized in the mornings, plan your workouts or meal prep for the morning hours. If you're a night owl, consider scheduling your habits in the evening. It's also helpful to make your habits a non-negotiable part of your day. Just like brushing your teeth or taking a shower, your healthy habits should become something you do without thinking twice. By incorporating your habits into a routine, they will gradually become automatic, requiring less mental effort to maintain. A great way to stay on track is by using a habit tracker or planner. Tracking your progress not only helps you stay accountable, but also provides a visual reminder of how consistently you've been sticking to your habits. Plus, the satisfaction of checking off a task can provide a small but meaningful sense of accomplishment. Embracing flexibility and adjusting when needed. While consistency is essential, flexibility is just as important. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes things don't go as planned. Whether it's an unexpected work commitment, a sick day, or a personal crisis, you may find that you need to adjust your routine. It's crucial not to beat yourself up when things don't go as planned. Instead, focus on adapting and making changes that work within your current circumstances. For example, if you miss a workout because of a busy day, don't give up entirely. Instead, try to fit in a shorter, modified version of your workout the next day, or plan an extra session later in the week. If you're unable to prepare a full meal, consider having a quick, healthy alternative instead of resorting to unhealthy options. Life happens, and there will be times when things don't go perfectly. Rather than seeing setbacks as failures, view them as opportunities to learn and adapt. The more flexible you are with your approach, the easier it will be to maintain consistency in the long term. Building a support system. One of the most effective ways to maintain consistency is by building a support system. Having people around you who share your goals or who encourage you along the way can provide motivation and accountability. Whether it's a workout buddy, a friend who shares your commitment to eating healthier, or a support group online, surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals helps to create a sense of community and reduces feelings of isolation. Accountability partners can also help keep you on track when you feel tempted to skip your habits. Having someone check in on your progress or simply share in your victories makes the process more enjoyable and encourages you to stay committed to your goals. In addition, knowing that someone else is counting on you can be a powerful motivator when you're feeling less than motivated. Overcoming setbacks. Despite your best efforts, setbacks are inevitable. You may miss a day of exercise, eat something unhealthy, or fall off track for a few days. The key to overcoming setbacks is to approach them with a growth mindset. Instead of viewing setbacks as failures, use them as opportunities to reflect on what went wrong and how you can improve. Start by forgiving yourself and moving forward. Beating yourself up over a mistake only increases stress and discouragement, which makes it harder to get back on track. Instead, acknowledge the setback, learn from it, and focus on getting back to your healthy habits as soon as possible. Remember, progress is not linear, and one setback does not undo all the hard work you've done so far. It's also important to recognize that setbacks often occur for a reason. Maybe you've been pushing yourself too hard, or perhaps your expectations were unrealistic. Take some time to reflect on what caused the setback and adjust your approach moving forward. This will not only help you stay consistent, but also help you develop resilience for future challenges. Building resilience for long-term success. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks and keep moving forward. It's a crucial trait when it comes to building lasting habits. Building resilience involves learning how to cope with challenges and maintain your commitment to your goals, even when things get tough. Here are a few strategies for developing resilience. 1. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself when things don't go as planned. Instead of being critical, treat yourself with the same compassion you would offer a friend going through a tough time. 2. Stay focused on the bigger picture. Setbacks are just temporary bumps in the road. Keep your focus on the long-term benefits of your healthy habits and remind yourself why you started in the first place. Stay flexible and adapt. Life is full of surprises, and the ability to adjust to new circumstances is vital for long-term success. When things don't go according to plan, be flexible and find ways to make your habits work for you. The importance of patience. Consistency doesn't mean perfection, and it doesn't mean you have to be hard on yourself when things don't go perfectly. Building new habits takes time, and progress may not always be visible immediately. It's essential to remain patient and trust the process. As you continue to show up and put in the effort, the results will follow. In the final chapter, we'll explore how to reflect on your journey and make your new habits a permanent part of your lifestyle. By combining consistency, flexibility, and resilience, you'll be well on your way to achieving lasting success and living a healthier, more fulfilling life. Chapter 8. Making healthy habits a permanent part of your lifestyle. Congratulations! By reaching this final chapter, you've made significant progress toward building lasting healthy habits. While the journey is ongoing, you are now equipped with the tools and mindset needed to make these changes stick long-term. This final chapter will focus on how to solidify the habits you've worked so hard to create, how to make them an integral part of your life, and how to keep evolving your journey toward health and well-being. The power of habit integration. One of the key factors in making your healthy habits permanent is integration. Instead of seeing these habits as temporary fixes or something you have to do, try to make them a natural part of your daily routine. This involves aligning your habits with the overall structure of your life, such as your work schedule, social life, and personal goals. When habits become integrated into your lifestyle, they require less effort to maintain. You won't have to force yourself to exercise or eat healthy because it becomes as natural as brushing your teeth or taking a shower. This process of habit integration takes time, and it's about making your healthy choices align with your values and long-term goals. For instance, if your goal is to exercise regularly, you might integrate it by making it a priority in your daily schedule. If mornings are more relaxed for you, consider scheduling your workouts then, or if evenings work better, make it a non-negotiable part of your night routine. The goal is to find a way to fit your healthy habits into your life so they don't feel like an added obligation, but a seamless part of your day. Cultivating an evolving mindset while integrating your habits into your life is important. It's equally crucial to adopt an evolving mindset. Building healthy habits isn't about reaching a final destination. It's about committing to continuous improvement. This means being open to new information, trying new techniques, and evolving your habits as your needs and goals change. For example, as you grow more comfortable with your exercise routine, you might find that you want to push yourself further with more challenging workouts, or perhaps you realize that your body responds better to yoga and stretching than high-intensity workouts. Your nutrition habits may evolve as well. Initially, you might focus on reducing processed foods, and later on, you may experiment with plant-based meals or different eating patterns. An evolving mindset helps you stay engaged with your habits, keeps them from feeling stale, and ensures that you're always working toward bettering yourself. It also helps you maintain the flexibility necessary to overcome challenges without giving up altogether. By allowing your habits to grow and change over time, you'll keep them fresh and exciting, and most importantly, sustainable. The role of reflection and continuous learning. Reflection is a powerful tool for personal growth. By regularly evaluating how your habits are impacting your life, you can identify what's working well and where you might need to make adjustments. Take time to reflect on your progress, weekly, monthly, or even quarterly. During these reflections, ask yourself questions such as, how do I feel physically and mentally since incorporating these habits into my life? What challenges have I faced, and how have I overcome them? Have my goals changed? And if so, how can my habits evolve to support them? Reflection allows you to gain insight into your progress and celebrate the milestones you've reached. It also helps you pinpoint areas where you may need to refocus or improve. Maybe you're getting too comfortable with your current routine, or maybe you've been too hard on yourself when things didn't go perfectly. Taking time to reflect helps you stay grounded, keep a positive outlook, and stay focused on your long-term vision. In addition to reflection, continue to educate yourself about health and well-being. There's always more to learn, whether it's about nutrition, exercise science, mindfulness, or mental health. By seeking new knowledge and being open to adapting your habits, you can ensure that your routines remain effective and aligned with your ever-evolving goals. Building long-term support systems. No one succeeds in isolation, and maintaining healthy habits is no different. Having a strong support system in place can provide the accountability, encouragement, and motivation you need to continue your journey toward health and wellness. This support can come from family members, friends, online communities, or even professional coaches. A support system helps you stay accountable to your goals, but it also offers emotional and motivational support when the going gets tough. When you have a team of people who understand your struggles and celebrate your victories with you, it makes the journey feel less lonely and more enjoyable. Whether it's sharing a healthy recipe with a friend or participating in a group fitness challenge, the connections you build along the way will keep you motivated and help you maintain your healthy habits. If you find that your current support system isn't aligning with your goals or is providing the encouragement you need, it's important to seek out new sources of support. Consider joining fitness classes, wellness groups, or online communities where you can share your experiences and learn from others. This sense of connection can keep you motivated and engaged with your habits, and it will provide valuable insights and inspiration for your own journey. Celebrating the process, not just the outcome. While it's important to set goals and track progress, remember that the process of building healthy habits is just as important as the outcome. Instead of only focusing on the final result, whether it's reaching a certain weight, achieving a specific fitness level, or eating a certain way, take time to celebrate the small wins and the journey itself. Celebrate the fact that you're showing up for yourself every day, that you're making choices that support your health and well-being, and that you're learning and growing along the way. By celebrating the process, you'll find that your healthy habits become a source of joy and fulfillment rather than something you have to do. Overcoming plateaus and keeping the spark alive even with the best intentions and the strongest habits. You may occasionally hit a plateau, whether it's in your fitness progress, nutrition, or overall well-being. Plateaus are normal, and they don't mean that you've failed or that your habits aren't working. Instead, they provide an opportunity to evaluate and adjust your approach. To overcome a plateau, try introducing variety into your routine. Switch up your workouts, try new healthy recipes, or experiment with different ways of practicing mindfulness. This keeps your habits fresh and prevents boredom from setting in. Revisit your goals and set new challenges to keep the spark alive. Sometimes, the best way to push through a plateau is to change things up and introduce new stimuli that reignite your motivation. Finding fulfillment through healthy living. Ultimately, healthy habits aren't just about looking better or feeling better physically. They're about creating a life that is fulfilling, balanced, and aligned with your values. As you continue to nurture your habits, remember that the true goal is to live a life that supports your well-being and happiness, no matter what form that takes. Living a healthy life doesn't mean you have to follow a strict regimen or achieve perfection. It's about creating sustainable habits that support your physical, mental, and emotional health, and finding joy in the process of becoming the best version of yourself. As you continue on your journey, always remember that healthy living is not a destination. It's a lifelong journey that evolves with you. There will be ups and downs, but with the knowledge, strategies, and mindset you've gained, you're equipped to handle anything that comes your way. Thank you for embarking on this journey to create healthy habits. We hope that the tools, strategies, and insights provided throughout this book have empowered you to make lasting changes in your life. Keep moving forward, stay consistent, and continue to build the healthy habits that will shape your future. Here's to your ongoing success, well-being, and happiness.